All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are taking a look at IMPP and CEI on today's video. Look, there was obviously some news on IMPP when they stopped the dilution. That was one of the big things, and it gave it a good couple runs. But the 20 was really hard to beat until it finally broke it, right? And literally, like textbook, you go from the 20 to the 50 in a single day, right? Doesn't hold it, but yeah, it's a beautiful move to be made, right? We'll get into more of the details shortly, but real quick, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines I do draw manually myself, and then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms, but even if you don't, just thank you so much for your time, all right? And then look, I'm not perfect or all-knowing, so if you disagree with anything, throw it in the comments, all right? I'm not here to argue with you or stuff like that. You very well might change my mind, so let's get into it. And again, before we actually look at this, let me just quickly flash SCO. So SCO is your ultra short on oil. All right. And you can see it has definitely been doing poorly the last few days. All right. Basically the last week, including today, right? We're well over the 8, which is when, look at this. As this goes up, you'll see IMPP is definitely just continuing to go down, right? That last week where the other one was struggling, you'll see that's where we're starting to get some good movement, right? So check out SCO if you're going to play with any of these energy and oil stocks, okay? Nonetheless, look, a lot of it really was. I always say bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. Great things happen when you get over both lines, all right? And hey, today was a much needed double-digit day on a stock that's just been hurting a lot, right? So today was definitely nice. Made the MACD and RSI look good, but look, this generally scares me. You know that if you watch enough of my videos, right? Excuse me. Yesterday, you can see volume is 2.4 million. We were at 2.4 million and then almost hit 60. We basically go from 3 to 60. That's 20x volume, right? That is huge to say the least, okay? So it's really important that tomorrow we do hold volume. Look at where we're at, all right? Beautiful red might give you a reason to believe we'll actually come all the way up here. And look, there's not even much of a plateau that's going to stop us. There's actually a really good chance that this thing comes all the way up to 29. So I for sure am real interested on this guy. I'll put an alert at 22 cents. Let me just know if we're a penny over. Get ready for right here. This 23-cent 50 moving average is not going to be easy. Why do we have the 24 right here? I think I'm gonna go ahead and delete these lines. It's been a while since I've had these lines. Let me just delete some and maybe we draw a couple new ones, okay? So look, obviously, like I said, I just set the alert for a penny higher. You'd want to assume it's going to come here, then hopefully break that and work its way there. If it breaks that, obviously it would work its way up there, right? And again, I love me strings of red, especially when there's like a good string of green behind it, right? There's not too much resistance that we're staring at. This might be a little difficult to break. I can see that, and that's pretty much where I'm assuming tomorrow the 100 moving average will basically come down to that 27 line, right? So I could see 27 being a little bit difficult. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to put the top, and again, that's pretty much the 200 moving average, right? So I would even just move that guy all the way here. Yeah, I'm going to put that guy. So look, I think, again, these 3 moving averages are going to be a little more important than this line at all. Can't think about 44 until we break this guy up here for sure, which is the 35. But again, it really looks like it wants to come to this 27, maybe 29, give or take, whatever that 100 moving average is at. But just real quick, look, this 50 has been a little bit of a pest, right? We've tested it here, failed, tested it here, failed. Moments of going horizontal on it, but again, we go back under, test it here, we break but don't bounce, and we're back here, right? So this 50 is no joke, okay? Don't underestimate what the 50 can do, but good volume. If we can hold it tomorrow, we actually might be able to break it, given that there's just really little resistance on the way there, right? What's the bottom of this guy? Yeah, 25. Again, just see what happens with the 50 moving average. I think that's going to be the whole story here, okay? What's the worst case? We might come down to 20. We might come down to like 18. But again, that's not, I mean, look, it's basically a 10% down roughly for what could be a pretty nice more than 10% up, right? So the risk reward's actually not that bad here, right? Because we're trying to move up roughly 8 cents, right? That's basically 40%, right? So yeah, it's not too bad at trading if it happens here. So just definitely keep this on the radar for tomorrow. Hopefully volume holds. That's going to be a big thing. Okay, so where are we on the weekly? Look at that. This is an interesting spot on the weekly, right? Obviously, I want to close over the 8, so we'll see how it goes. What is this line right here? 25. What is this line right here? Again, yeah, I think that 27 cents is really what we're going to be targeting, at least for tomorrow. Let's see what happens after. Just zooming out, look, this thing has literally not been, well, I guess it has right there. I shouldn't say literally, but this thing has barely closed over the 20 on the weekly, right? It's no easy task, so just keep expectations a little bit realistic. But look, this isn't a bad weekly right here. We're getting the RSI to turn a little bit. MACD's nearing the zero line. We're actually increasing volume a bit. Volume was going down. It kind of seems like it's stabilizing a little bit. I mean, there's some interesting things happening on the weekly and the daily. End of the day, we for sure need to confirm this candle, and we really want to confirm the break of the 50 for sure, right? Because one more time, there hasn't been that much historical breaking of the 50 on IMPP. But yeah, a stock that's needed a good day definitely got a good day. And I think this is what people were expecting when they heard the dilution was going away, right? It didn't happen immediately, but yeah, once it got over the important moving averages, it definitely did its job. So yeah, I'm real interested in this coming into tomorrow. That is for sure. Okay, let's take a look at CEI. Again, CEI's got a couple interesting things going on here, right? This is probably the biggest candle to the left, and it's definitely broken it, right? We're now sitting right here in a nice little gap of some reds, right? We might be trying to go from 142 to 170, give or take. Obviously, this 20 moving average is going to be difficult, right? So don't underestimate that 149 line. But yeah, from 150 to 171, 175, that's not a bad trade right there at all, right? So it's definitely a little more than just under 20%, right? You're moving a little under 30, and every 15 is 10. So yeah, that's not a bad swing if it hits. I'll go ahead and set the alert. I'll say that. Give me 143. Let me know if it goes a penny higher. Again, though, just don't forget what the stock has done. It's been under the 8 and the 20 so long. We've had these moments where it looked like it was going to do well, and then it drops, right? So CEI has been a pesky little stock for sure. Obviously, I mean, like, look at the lines, right? If we can break the 50, the next one's all the way at 3. There's monstrous gaps to fill. There's a lot that could happen here. I really don't expect much to happen until we break the 20. And again, I think it looks a lot like IMPP, right? IMPP looked good. It just couldn't break this 20. And then once it did, it at least gets that nice pop, right? So watch the 20 on CEI to see if we can get a mimic. Because again, look, it looks like it should be that same trade, right? A quick from down here, maybe even just wick all the way up here, call it a day, pocket some nice double-digit percents, right? So IMPP and CEI do look good. The one oddball is INDO. INDO does not look good. It's, you know, I generally consider the 3 like little triplets in all honesty, right? Generally they kind of run together and fall together. So interesting to see this one keep going down while the other go up. Again, I think it's worth flashing it, but this video is definitely more about the first 2 than that one. But again, you can see it. This one is under all 5 moving averages. This one is well under the 8 and the 20, while those other ones are at least trying to curve a little bit more, right? So definitely an interesting day for IMPP. Looks like a maybe considered for CEI. INDO just looking the worst here. So, hey, I hope you appreciate, I appreciate what you guys do. I was going to say, I hope you feel comfortable to like disagree if you do. Otherwise, hey, thank you.